Greetings, and once again, welcome back to the Scaled Up Insanity. In the last episode, I fixed fast wood forestries so that we have more wood, which is needed for our little Favogaya substrates, which is needed for our Favogaya, which is needed for our raw coal, which is needed for our ash, which is needed for our copper, which is, you know the drill. And if you don't know the drill, watch my other episodes of PyBlock and you will learn the drill. So, in this episode, we are going to try to resume our science. And the way to resume our science is to find a plot where we can get some copper and iron and wood and other things. We need, this recipe says that we would, or this setup says that we would need 36 copper plates per minute. Let's see how many copper plates we make. 4.1. If we're lucky, maybe 9, 10. So basically what this means is that, nope, we're not gonna make that much. 18 copper plates per minute, still a lot, but let's start with this. And we need, besides iron and copper, we are going to need the logs, which have a production area of their own. And then we are going to need a bunch of machines. We're going to need to turn the logs into wood. Shouldn't be too hard. We're going to need the empty planter box, and the native flora cultivation, which we haven't used now for a while. This, of course, means that we are going to need some soil, which shouldn't be too hard, even though it requires 5 of those machines, apparently. And then we are going to need some stone bricks, some ash, and some form of fuel, of course. And all this tells me that we can probably set it up over here somewhere. Because I think this is quite close to the other things. Even though we have planned to make a rail in this area exactly, the rail can be moved somewhere else. But what this means is that we're going to need a bunch of belts that go here. We have 50 belts right now. It seems like we have some quite steady supply of it. I haven't fast forwarded anything since the last episode, so how about we just fast forward here a bit and see what will change. It actually looks like we are producing a fair amount of belts and probably a fair amount of other things as well. Let's fast forward maybe to 520. Just so that we get some amounts. Yeah, 150 belts, not too bad, not too bad. I'm going to take those, thank you very much. And then we can look at the... okay. 8.6 copper plates per minute, not too bad, I guess. Could be better, could be worse. So the biggest issue here might be that we need the logs. Getting logs over here might not be the easiest thing in the world. But we do have a bit of an opening over here, maybe. Or, well, it would be even better if we could just reuse this place, which we cannot because there's some fluid pipe there. So, okay, what about if we put it on top of all of this then? That means that we can use a... I don't accept this. "23 inserters, not bad. 5 shunt inserters and 16 more belts, thank you. Sadly no underground belts at this point, I believe, but they should come eventually. Speaking of which, I'm going to need more iron. That's better, thank you. Definitely feel rich now. So here we can take the logs of this belt and put them over here, and this is of course going to take a while for it to back up. For some reason it seems like I still consider the underground belts fairly expensive, which is why I'm trying to avoid using them, it seems. Okay, can we maybe take it down here? Although in that case we can actually... I don't need to use underground belts. Well, besides here then. Ah, it was enough. Perfect. And then we need it to go over here somewhere. And then we're basically out of belts. Like this. But here actually we can... Yeah, why not? Because I have a bunch of ash here. 69 ash, 9.6 logs. Okay, it's maybe not the best ratio. So we might need to have more ash here later on. But I was thinking that we could do... something like this. Joining belts. And then we just need the iron and the copper. And that is a bit interesting because we need... we basically kind of need to split it out from these belts somehow. But the thing is that we don't have a splitter, and we will not get a splitter until we finish more research. So we need to find some creative method of splitting without splitting. Sorry. What we can do, I guess, is that we can make sure that... I know that... Let's see, we can do this. You can be connected to this belt here. This belt can read what it has. And then you can be active when there are at least 2 copper plates here. That ensures that we still get some input here. But if it's just one of them, then it will prioritize the mall. And if there is two, then we will, I don't know, not prioritize them all, I guess. Then we also need the iron, of course. And I have a feeling that later on I'm going to need more of these inserters, because maybe the inserters are gonna kind of be the blocker, the bottleneck of everything. Why is it so hard to put it where I want it to be? Like that. I do this in the interest of saving belts, even though I actually have a fair supply now of belts. But I kind of also need to have a bunch of assembling machines. And even though I kind of have automated them, it's not really that well, because first of all, this one is turned off. I guess I could do something like this, that you can be active when there is more than 10 copper plates. Because then I can reassure that the burner assembling machine still gets some for the copper cables. And then, yeah, wait a minute, copper. You should care about copper cables, not about the other thing, because you need copper cables. You don't need copper plates. Oh, right. Forgot about that part. Now you are not making me. Okay, I guess I can just use an underground belt there and move this inserter so that you can actually give me some of the precious iron. Thank you. Otherwise, you only give me iron to this belt if there's not enough iron on this belt, and that might not happen. So this should be better. Hello, copper. Thank you. I need you for more of these machines. How are we doing with small parts here? Yeah, exactly. There you go. Although, right, you're making. That was stupid of me. Because you are making small parts, which are then turned into transport belts. That's kind of where the priority goes here right now. And that's just not optimal. So I think it's time to pin this setup and see what do we need. I have one flora cultivator. I might need another one. And then if we start in the furthest, or let's start from the other side actually. Let's start with the end. I'm looking forward to having a car to do this in. But in order to get that, I need the research up and running again. Sorry, biomass, driftwood. Driftwood is what you are. I'm out of landfill. Not anymore. I'm full on landfill, it seems. I think that single factory is probably gonna be enough for quite a while. And hello, old pathways I used to make fish, or to get more fish. Good to see you again. Guess this is a sign that my little island is most definitely growing. Sorry, driftwood. Feel like I have enough of you now, I guess. So at the end here, we need to have this, and then we should have, okay, the native flora will probably have to come in from somewhere else. And then we are going to need to have this. And then we are going to need actually to process the wood, because the wood comes in here as logs, and then I'm just gonna need to have a small part set up. And this small part setup might need to be expanded maybe a bit, because if we extract this to or no, actually let's add a new production line and see if we can small parts. I guess here the biggest obstacle is the wood. No, copper, of course, copper. How about making us 10 per second? One machine can actually make us 10 per second? Okay. But then we need a lot of the other machines, apparently. So, okay. I basically want to plan for more machines, even though I might just start just with one machine. And let's see, you will have the same ingredient as you. Might feel a bit weird, but I think this might actually be a good way of splitting out the iron. Then I'm going to need you to go down here somewhere, where you will make... Oh wait, I also need fuel. How much per second is this? 17.5 per second. What if we just aim for 7.5? Would that then be around, okay, around 4 iron plates? No, around 4 small parts per second. And 4 small parts per second should be enough to make... Hello? Oh, right. I have one machine here. So let's say that we make... Okay, so 2 small parts, 4 small parts per second would be 10 machines. So, okay. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Oops. So in that case, I guess we can share the belts with fuel. This means that I am also going to get ash on all of these belts. That is slightly annoying, but I think we can deal with that. Some of these might need to be shunt inserters later on. I think this should work. Yeah. Then you are going to need to go up again. You just go to the other side, more or less, to the bolts, because you are needed for the small parts, which also needs the copper cable thingies. And then small parts also need the iron gear wheel. And then, okay, let's see. What if you actually join forces with this belt over here? That might make sense, but then again, then I also need to have the bloody fuel. It does indeed remind a lot about the Industrial Revolution mod. Which I have not been playing that much, actually. Right, and then you are also going to need the... Can we do this? This kind of feels a bit weird, but I think it will work. And then I just need to deal with the ash somehow. I will leave that slight problem for later for now. Okay, this is actually surprisingly many parts. Rather 3 parts of the whole chain. Okay. So maybe not that many. How are we doing with the copper plates? That's what I thought. Quite a lot of them right now. Because I need to have some more assembling machines, I believe. And maybe some more mechanical inserters, thank you. Okay, so you are also going to need these things. Which then means that maybe I can take the input from this side and then the output here. Does this make sense whatsoever? Maybe it does. And then you can get some raw coal here as well. But then where the hell are you supposed to take this out at? Well, you can actually do it here, I guess. Look how beautiful. Or something. Where is this belt? It's over here. Right, that's why you don't have any copper on you right now. I guess maybe I can, yeah, I can keep it going like this now, I think. And then these copper plates, you are going to be needed elsewhere, basically. And by elsewhere, I kind of mean over here. Thank you. Although I'm going to need more of those. Maybe should have continued that production earlier. Do I actually want them to go? No. You know what? It's enough to just have them on one side of the belt, because I am, after all, also going to need to have the fuel. Speaking of which, I see an opportunity. Okay, that, and then this kind of might be automated. Although then I can actually do lovely solutions, lovely solutions, absolutely lovely. Wow, okay, very creative. I think this should allow me to get small parts from here. And it does. So, yay. And then I need 3 more assembling machines and then a wood processing unit. So let's see, what else do I need here? I need stone bricks and wood. And, oh, more iron plates. Okay, well that's easy to fix, I guess. That can be done. But I am going to need to make a wood processing unit, which I have a feeling is fairly expensive. $32.2. Okay. And then let's see, is there anything else that I can set up here then? I can set up the native flora, I believe. And soil extractors, although for soil extractors I'm also going to need to have some more fuel and stuff. Is this a good place for the native flora? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe now it is, at least. It doesn't really feel like it is, but okay. How are we doing with Thank you. Pipes. Still no wood processing unit. Okay, no, I'm getting closer, but not there yet. Now, there we go. Okay, woods and logs. Oh, thank you, transport belts. You will not be needed there. You are currently missing copper only. Okay. Then you will be needed over here. I think I should be able to make some more underground belts now. Wood processing units. Actually, I might want to use... Yeah. If I use wood for this fuel, then I don't need to deal with the ash. That's currently feels like a very big plus, actually. Which means that I might want to have the wood processing unit much earlier here. Let's do that. Because I'm not going to need the logs themselves, and also ash, wood, soil. Aha! Don't need to have you over there. I can have you over here. You can go upwards maybe somewhere. Wood processing unit, thank you. Wood, please. And then wood, iron plates, stone brick. I don't have the stone bricks yet. Ash, soil, empty planter box. Okay. I am going to need stone bricks. I do have a few stone bricks, I believe, over here, but I am not sure that it will be enough. And also I would kind of want to use this for making more roads. But then again, what do I do if this is full? Well, then I have other problems, I guess, but that's like 32,000 approximately. So that's gonna take a while, so that's fine. I think it's cheaper in many ways just to put up a new soil production. It's really getting dark. I should probably get some lamps and stuff. I hope you can see all right in the video. I think I used a mod called, what was it called? I forgot. Something stranger to the dark? No, something about dark. Okay, don't remember. But I realized that I don't think I'm using that mod anymore. Okay, planter box, small parts, native flora. Shouldn't be too hard. And also automating the lamps means that I get to automate the glass, which I haven't done yet. So I think that's also good. Let's see, where do I want to put this? Because the ash I want it to continue, but the wood I want it to go there. Okay. So actually I can cut it off a bit earlier probably. And then maybe do something like this, just in case I need more eventually. And then I'm going to need the steam. Look at this, what did I find here? Alright, that's what I was doing before. Making pipes. Because I need water over here. And electricity apparently. Ah, fantastic. Ah, perfect. And you can then make some native flora. I need to go grab my native flora from the old place. I need a bigger inventory. Here you go, thank you very much. And you can just put it there for now, maybe. I just want to prepare for the moving. I don't think I need this anymore, maybe. Until I need it again, of course. Okay, wood, check. Stone bricks. So probably a washer and the other thing. Washer, soil extractors. Actually, I'm going to need a bunch of soil extractors right now. I said I'm going to need a bunch of soil extractors. This is not a bunch of soil extractors. Oops, wrong button. I am getting copper plates and that's nice, but I would like to have some more of them. Although I guess a lot of them right now goes to the mall because that's basically what I have ordered them to go. Especially to the transport belt production, I guess. Not wood processing, soil extractor is what I need right now. And I'm going to need more of those, and then I'm going to need a washer. And then I'm going to need a stone furnace. Or two. Or a bunch. Wood, iron, stone. Ash, soil, empty planter box. Right, you also need soil. How about we do like this then? I wonder which belt you are outputting on. Okay. Very interesting. And then I guess you can, yeah, exactly, you will prioritize it as fuel first. Good. Although that means that I can actually make something like this. And then you are also going to need stone bricks. Okay, good. Or not really. This is getting tight. Very tight. You will also be producing some tailings and stuff. How are we doing with the stone production here? You don't happen to have any leftovers, do you? You do, actually. But that's probably just because we are missing coke here. You can consume 2.5, you produce 1.25. Okay. No further questions. So then what if I do something like this? That I wash more stone here. There you have water, then you need some steam, it seems. And you also need steam. And then you produce the muddy sludge. And then I might have a bit of a mess on my hands. But maybe not more than usual. Okay. Now you produce stone, you need to smelt this stone. How much is it for those, what are they called again? Those automated burning thingies, foundries. 22.5 copper plates. I'm gonna go with one of those because then I don't need to deal with the fuel mess. Even though this will put a bigger strain on my already not great power production. And then you can just go down here somewhere. Foundry. Boom. Stone brick. Boom. Perfect place for shunt inserters. Boom. Electricity. Boom. Wait. You shouldn't be here. You should be one teeny tiny step to the left. Right. Whatever. There you go. Thank you. Because then I can have inserters also on this side. Probably don't need two of you. Actually might not need two of you on that side either, but whatever. And this is taking slightly longer than I kind of expected, but then again, I'm not quite sure what I expected because it entirely makes sense that it takes so long time. So empty planter box, and here I need the ash. I have the ash over here. So if we please ask this to take some ash from here. Then maybe join forces with this belt. Then I need soil. Ugh. I mean, sure, I can make a belt. I can also maybe make another soil extractor, because I am pretty sure I am going to need another soil extractor anyway, sooner or later. Then I can put the soil extractor maybe over there. Let's see, you have 3 ingredients. 4 if we also count the fuel. Can we then maybe do something like this? You insert there, you can take fuel, put on this belt, which can then continue to go over here. Then I also need to put the soil on this belt, which I can maybe do if I can find my soil extractor. Something like that. Because now I think that I need more mechanical inserters and that I can continue them all again. I think that if I put an inserter here and ask it to move wood, that it will be putting it on that side of the belt. Perfect. Which means that you can now get more or less everything that you need. And here I might need more inserters actually. So that's a planter box. The planter box should go all the way over here somewhere, where it should be going into the automation science pack. And then, let's see. These small parts look funny. Then I'm kind of also need to get some fuel from here. Let's see later if we can replace this with wood instead. That doesn't leave any ash and basically doesn't pollute. And then this needs another input. I guess that will be from here. Here is native flora and planter boxes. Native flora is there, planter boxes is here. You take native flora, please. And then I'm just gonna need to make sure that this loop keeps running. Which means that I'm also going to need to have another soil extractor, maybe. Unless Unless I, for the time being, do this. Where is my planter box? Not on the belt. Okay, you apparently need another inserter for the soil. You apparently need another inserter for the soil. Thank you. And then we can have a belt somewhere kind of in the middle, because if we have another machine on the other side, and then let's put up the labs again. Actually, I want to have it on slightly in the other chunk as well, so that it doesn't disappear if I'm out of range too much. And then we need power, apparently. There we go. That should do it, maybe. I'm not sure I like this. Okay, I guess it's fine. I was afraid that you would just take the soil and just output that, but it seems like it's fine. I hope. Yeah, it works. I kind of wish you would prioritize only one of the things, but it works. Except for the fact that you have low power, but that's this is later problem or something. Okay, where's my sign? Okay, it's just the last inserter. Let's handcraft it. Here's my science packs. And here's some native flora that I had in my inventory. Yay! We're researching again. Oh, you already had some. Nice. Great! Then I guess the next step is going to be to finish the researches and get some of the new things and fix the power issues. Definitely fix the power issues. Let's take a look at that quickly. Okay, so it seems like we have belt speed being the problem. Belt speed is the problem. So I had planned to expand this. But to do that, I need a bit more iron. This place is a mess. At least for walking. I'm never good at making proper walking paths and stuff. It always ends up being a horrible mess. Should I be concerned for my iron production? Don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have the pipes, I have everything else. I even have few shunt inserters, but if there are more shunt inserters, I will happily take them. Actually, I can take some mechanical inserters and some transport belts as well while I'm here. Thank you, Mal. Haven't even used all the landfill I got last time, and we already have 6,000 more. Guess that's a good sign. Wait a minute, of course. Having a double-sided belt here doesn't help if this belt is here. So I might need to come up with another solution for that. But connecting these shouldn't be too hard. Then I guess I can do something like that. Even though that means that you will be a bit limited in terms of output, so I should probably not do that. Oops. Great. I should probably do this. Move it up there so that we're not blocking any outputs down here. Two outputs, one input, two outputs, one input, two outputs, one input, two outputs, one input. And a little kickstarting. And some steam as well, maybe. Can help. Two outputs, one input. Then this will go on the other side of the belt down here, but then the problem is, what do I do with this belt? I guess I can maybe do something like this. Will this be enough? No, it will not. For two reasons. But okay, what if I add a... That will make a mess. But somewhere I kind of need to... Wait a minute. I have water here. I have a boiler there. And another one. Why make it more complicated than it needs to be? Because what I eventually want to do is to provide it into the electricity grid. So what if I do that simply by adding another steam engine? And then have a mechanical inserter go here. And then this is going to produce quite a bit of ash, so I do still need to take the ash away. And for some reason I always need to have filters on these. Now I hope that you... Yeah, I think this works. Yay, we researched something! Hooray! And now you produce more, or consume more coal dust than you produce, whatever, which is what I wanted to accomplish. And here we have some ash that shouldn't be here. Why is this? Oh, every time. I wonder how full these are. Right. So I might need to deal with the ash somehow. Well, that shouldn't be too hard, should it? Use a filter. Ash, not that this is going to be maybe enough, but I mean, we do have a belt right on the other side that deals with ash, so here you go. And then we can just skip this filter. And then we will try and deal with the ash as it comes. And there's going to be a lot of ash. But now you can use both sides, so what we can do here, I guess, is to have more inserters. Maybe. Not that I'm entirely sure how. But maybe like this. That will not work. That will work. I think this will work. And I think it's time to end this episode. It might take some time for these to empty out. It will most definitely take some time for these to empty out. But once they do, things should be automated. Actually, let's help out a bit with that. So now they only produce the new ash. No backlog of ash. And yeah, it will take some time here to just empty this belt, but eventually that should happen, which means that these can continue working as normal. So thank you for watching and see you again in the next episode.